Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of May 24th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Cancer, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The Tarot card of the week reading is intended to be a message to you from source at this time, something that they want you to consider so you can make the best decision for you in your life. I'm going to have to slow down on the channeling now. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the Tarot card of the week here for the Cancer collective for the week of May 24th, 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. Your tarot card for the week, the Five of Swords. What situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? And at the bottom of the deck, we have King of Cups. What situation in your life requires balanced emotions and careful observation? Okay. Why is the Five of Swords the tarot card of the week here for the Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? What situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Eight of Swords showed itself, followed by the Seven of Pentacles and the Star card. Why is the Eight of Swords here? I'm going to be honest, I think it's you. I think this is a you and you issue. Tell me why the Eight of Swords is here, please. Why is the Eight of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords is clarified by the Lovers, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress, and the Star. Why is the Star card here? One more shuffle. We'll take it. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. I feel with the moment I saw the Five of Swords, I was like, there's something that you're holding on to. It's like a white knuckle death grip. There are three swords on the ground, but this person is really holding on to those two swords in their hand. There's something here that you need to, I don't know how to say this, get rid of. And I don't know if this means like cleaning out your garage, cleaning out your linen closet, cleaning out your pantry of expired foods, you know, cleaning out clothes that don't fit you. I don't know, cleaning out the house. There's something like this here. I feel like you're trying to move on, or the desire here is to move on in your life, but it's like you have to travel light with just this backpack. I feel like you have a lot of stuff. It's a very specific message. I feel like I have a group of you where you just have a lot of stuff. Like you're the Cancerian, you probably have stuff in your attic back from when you were like 5 years old, or you have every art project the kids ever did, or, you know, you have pictures of your ex-spouses, you know, family members from 20 years ago when you were all engaging with them. I just feel like I have a group of you here where you have a lot of stuff, and there's a need here for you to start breaking those things down. Like there's a need here. There's like a need here for like minimalization, because I feel like you feel stuck and you feel trapped and you feel like, well, I can't move. I can't just relocate or something like that. But it's like, it seems like it's a big overwhelming task. But I have a group of you here like you need to downsize and you need to make the choice to do that. And I don't feel like you want to do that. I look at that Four of Cups. It's like, this would be like someone saying, okay, should we throw this out? And you're like, no. Should we throw this out? No. What about this? No. Well, you haven't worn these jeans in 30 years. You're like, no. Everything here is like, I want to hold on to everything. Even her hands in the photo, they're crossed. I just feel, sorry about that. I feel like I have a group of you here where you make the choice to hold on to things that actually keep you quite restrictive. And I think if you're looking to move forward in your life, this is the time for you to downsize. If it's not your reading, it's okay. Just check another placement. And that Seven of Wands, I feel like it's cleanup time. It's time to clean up the house, clean up the environment. And even if you're not looking to relocate, There's just something here about having a better, healthier balance of like energy in your space. I feel like there's a clearing that's needed. Like we need to throw out all the old stuff, move around some furniture, do that deep, thorough, maybe spring or autumn cleaning. You know what I mean? Like clean out the cobwebs. There's just something here about like you really working on that. Queen of Pentacles is like house and home. And there's something here about like restoring joy and happiness and balance to your house and home, like really being the empress of your domain, whether you're masculine or feminine. And for some of you, it's because of relocation, but for others of you, you just need to kind of like clear the energy in your space. The difficulty I think you're having is that you have an emotional attachment, King of Cups, to everything that's in your home. Like everything that you have, it's like, oh, I don't want to get rid of that jacket because I wore it on, I don't know, April 6th of 1992. And, that type of thing. And it's like, but it's no longer in style. It doesn't fit you. You know what I mean? The moths have gotten to it. There's holes in it now. I just feel like I have a group of you here, whether you want to relocate or not, there's a need here for you to literally he's got like a wheelbarrow there. It's like, it's time here for you to clean your space, to feng shui it a bit, get some balance, get some order. I just feel like I have a group of you here where you have a lot of stuff in that Seven of Cups from your past. For me, Queens exist in the present because they process the past, but you really don't need those things anymore. I feel like you can simplify. The King of Cups here only has one thing. And I'm not saying that you have to go down to one pair of pants or one pair of socks or anything like that, or one can of soup in your cupboard. But I do think that there's like a reduction here. Like we need to go from seven of cups to Ace of Cups to just that one cup. And if this message is resonating for you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I have the High Priestess energy here. So I feel like intuitively inside of you, you know that you need to let go of some of these things, or maybe just do a deep, thorough cleaning to like energetically clear your space. Anything else we need to know about why Cancer is holding on to these items? So yeah, what situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? I think it's within you, because I think your intuition is saying it's time to clean up, or it's time to downsize, or it's time to move on. But there's like a logical, your mind is like, but I can't, or your heart is like, but I can't. So I feel like this is a battle either with your intellect or your emotions versus your intuition. And it might be both. Your mind might be saying, I can't let go of that because I love it too much. And your intuition is like, let it go, put it in the garbage, donate it, give it to Goodwill. Something like that here is happening. Why do you feel this way? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. So there's something here about, well, but I've had all this stuff in my place for a long time in the Two of Pentacles. Like it really doesn't affect me. But I think that it does affect you. I think it affects your energy more than you realize. And it probably affects your mood more than you realize as well. Like you should be in the Nine of Cups, but really you're in the Nine of Wands. And it's just like you're surrounded. Look at the Eight Wands standing there. There's sort of like ghosts from the past, if you will. So I think there's a need here. Why do you hold on to it? Because at some point in time, it felt good to acquire these items, or you have cherished memories of them, but I don't think you're truly happy with them either. I don't feel like you're utilizing a lot of this stuff either. I just think it's become stuff, and you're just sort of living in the middle and like surrounded by old energies that no longer serve you. And I think there's a need here for you to make the judgment call to say, it's time for me to go through it all and say, I'm going to keep this and I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to keep this. Like for everything you're keeping, to get rid of one thing, or for every 5 things that you keep, you get rid of one thing. I think that's a healthier way for you to be able to like manage this. I don't think you have to throw everything out, but I do think you need to be realistic in saying what needs to stay and what needs to go. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for the Cancerian collective this week. So yeah, there's like a deep cleaning, something with house and home, or reducing items, something like that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. And I want to say the Hermit just popped out of the deck. So before we get to the advice cards or the advice message, there's also something here. I was going to mention money, and then we just see that 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be like you're overbuying things like to feel good, but really all you're doing is like making your energetic space small, because your 3D space is so compacted. And that was sort of like that hoarding feeling that I had in the beginning. So for some of you, you're continually buying stuff to make yourself feel good, but it is costing you financially. And so your finances might be a bit erratic. So maybe some of you really want to take, if you're looking around your space and you're like, no, everything's pretty clean and I routinely clear out stuff that I don't need, then if that's your store and you're like, no, I think everything's good, house and home, then you're over consuming something or over buying something to feel good or to feel good in the moment. But you're paying a heavy price financially. You are either spending more than what you have, so you could be in credit card debt, or you're spending just enough to not be in big debt, but you don't have enough left over to actually create like a healthy nest egg for your future. So take the messages how they resonate. But your advice here is Hermit, the Fool, and the Five of Pentacles. This is really going within and being honest with yourself and saying it's either time to like freshen up this house, spring or autumn clean, throw some stuff out, maybe throw a lot of stuff out. And for others of you, yeah, this is like your moment to start really looking at your finances, where the money is going and where you can pull back a little bit. And I'm not saying that you have to live, with the lights off in candlelight, like we're, in the era of Benjamin Franklin. But there is something here about maybe you are spending more in the moment to feel good. And there's a need here to pull back on that just so you could become a little bit more fiscally responsible moving forward. But yeah, that seems to be your internal battle here for this week. But I think you're up for the challenge. That's what I have for you, Cancer, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.